Greetings, it's Amber. This is my first YouTube video. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. I've decided to create some videos that incorporate several of my hobbies or obsessions, depending on how you want to look at it. I'm going to read to you from intriguing and mysterious stories that I've found on Reddit. These are posted by average everyday people, and they're supposedly true. I only will be reading stories from posts that intuitively feel like they're true to me and not made up fiction. These stories will be detailing strange or inexplicable encounters and experiences. I have always been fascinated by mysteries, paranormal ghost stories, so I've decided to start sharing this fascination with the rest of the world. So sit back, look at my beautiful plants and crystals, and listen. Today I'm going to read a story that relates to the missing 411 phenomenon. If you're unfamiliar, this is a current and ever-growing issue that is widespread across America and Canada, and now we're also seeing evidence of similar cases happening in the UK and Australia. For decades, people have been going missing and dying under very mysterious circumstances, usually in national parks and or forests and or near bodies of water. There are thousands of cases. A man named David Paulides has been researching and chronicling these cases. And also, I don't know if I'm saying his last name correctly, but I will include a link below to the website for David's main project called CanAm Missing. His research has showed clear patterns and recurring circumstances. I'll also include a link below to the Missing 411 subreddit, which lists frequently asked questions, and you can see a full list of the criteria that goes into categorizing a case under the 411 phenomenon. So this quick story I'm about to read was found in the comment section of another post on the Missing 411 subreddit. So this commenter says, I was hiking with my ex on a trail called Wonderland. We lived in a small cabin near there, and I would run every morning on the path. We'd often go walking there after dinner. I know that path well. It was one of my favorite places in the park. Anyway, we went walking around 5 at night during the summer. The path is right near a main road there, and it's not that long. You wind up at the ocean after walking through the trees and the desert granite areas. My ex went off the path to pee, and I was on the path. It started taking a long time, so I went in the direction he went. He wasn't there. This was in 2007, so there wasn't great cell signal on that island. So I started walking out a bit more. Now everything on that path is close to it. It's hard to describe, but it would be difficult to get lost, and I knew it very well. I noticed there was no noise, which now I know is called the Oz effect. The weird thing about no noise is I couldn't hear the ocean, which was less than a mile away. It's not a populated island, so not hearing planes or cars was normal, but I couldn't even hear the dinghy that was near there. I turned around and I found a river that wasn't supposed to be there. There are no rivers on the island there. It's all granite and very bare in parts, which is part of the reason for the name Mount Desert Island. I panicked. It was a deep, real fear, like I was being watched everywhere. It was like the trees and the rocks had eyes. Like an idiot, I ran. Everywhere I went looked different. I should have made it to the ocean or the road. There were no other options, but I didn't. I just kept running in a straight line along a river that's never been there, with a feeling not like I was being chased, but like I was caught. I started vomiting from running so hard, or maybe fright. I got really dizzy and sat down. The next thing I knew, my ex was there, and it was past midnight. A local cop we knew was with him, and I was embarrassed. Our cop friend said that he's never known anyone to get lost on that path. I felt really stupid and embarrassed. I was a local that got lost on that path, which was popular with seniors, so I was humiliated. It wasn't until later that I realized I was missing socks, but not my boots. I don't remember anything else. I don't think I was abducted or anything weird. I still think maybe I was just sick or something, but it doesn't explain the river out of nowhere, and it doesn't explain not hearing the ocean when you can hear it everywhere on the island. Like an ass, I have hiked that path at least 50 or 60 times again over the years, but nothing happened again. I just found out about this phenomena, and I'm not sure if what I experienced counts, but it was the strangest thing that ever happened to me on a hike. It was a primal fear, and I don't want to experience it again. I found her experience to be so fascinating because it checks off several boxes in the missing 411 profile criteria. So many of these cases involve disappearing from a familiar area or from very nearby other people. Also, memory loss is common if the person is found alive. And very often when the person is found dead, the body is discovered without shoes or socks. And usually their feet or their socks are curiously clean, even though they went missing or are found in wooded or elevated areas. It's all so very strange. There's also a commonality of granite being in or around the areas that the people go missing, and of people who go missing but are found reporting that they discovered mysterious streams or rivers that shouldn't have been there. Here's the story from the original post in which I found this comment. So this person says, discovering this subreddit has been a weight off my shoulders. I'm here to share my experience from a park in Arkansas from the summer of 2014 and to see if anyone has experienced anything similar. I graduated from high school in the start of summer 2014, and my family all went camping in an Arkansas state park to celebrate. We were on a path exploring the woods when I decided to stray off a little and follow this absolutely gorgeous water stream into the woods to see what it looked like. I went about 15 or so minutes in, and that's where things got fucky. Every woods has some type of sound going on, whether it's water flowing, bugs chirping, animals moving, or wind howling. But things went dead silent, and I mean just completely quiet. The hairs on me stood up, and I decided to cut a shortcut to the path where I thought my family would be on the trail by then. I started walking really fast towards them, and my shoe went loose. I bent down to tie my shoe really quick, and then looked back up, and the lighting had completely changed from daylight to darkness. It was around 5 or 6 p.m. when all this happened, and when I came back to reality, it said 8:30 on my watch. And the normal sounds of the woods were back. I sprinted back to the stream, and I followed it back up the trail, sprinted down the trail and into the park station. And during this time, I tried calling them with my phone, but there wasn't any service in the woods. When I arrived down there, I saw them talking to a park ranger, and my mom was in tears. Long story short, they were mad. I didn't tell them because I didn't want them to think I was crazy and made up that I got lost. They told me that they tried looking for me after I was gone for a while and then came back to file a report when they couldn't find me. I'm not sure if this connects to anything, but thanks for reading my story. What do you think happened to these two people in the woods? Do you think they were simply confused? Or do you think something more mysterious is at play? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, click the like button and hit subscribe if you're ready for more and want to know when I post the next weird tale from our mysterious earthly realm. Until then, blessed be.